Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Advancement Center and welcome to the world of magic and miracles. Once again, we relax in our chair and feel ourselves lift off as we head off to the outer reaches of the universe to visit Simeon, the masters, the saints, and of course the angels, and all the entities that look after us every day, where we're constantly in communication with those who have passed and those who we've not yet met. The constant chatter that goes on in our life seems to be in the background, but in the outer reaches of the universe, it all comes to the foreground, but does not flood our experience in the physical plane. We feel ourselves floating throughout the universe, traveling at enormous speeds, standing still, doing somersaults, high-fiving everybody, and at the same time, we're sitting in our chair. To continue in this manner seems a little strange. You wonder what you should be selecting, when in fact it all appears at once. And you suddenly see through everything. You see past the pixels. You see a bigger picture. You see beyond the veils. And you listen to the angels dropping messages, sometimes every second. And you take notice, but do not simulate it into your physical life. Now you realize it's already there. It's part of you. It doesn't have to be transmuted or transmitted in the physical plane. It touches something that's part of you. It's part of your operating system. And you immediately understand what is beyond the realms of understanding in the physical plane. So your personal strength exists, whether you think it does or not. But it exists from outside your frame of reference. It exists because it simply exists. Not for any reason, and not because of justification of the mind. Your strength is real, and you transmit it every time you smile, every time you get excited, or you see something fantastic, even if it's on a movie or some act, like in a sports game, someone scores, you're immediately lifted. And the personal strength just oozes out of you. The same thing happens If you get frightened, sudden fright or surprise, your power just oozes out of your body and shoots out all around you to the extent where it can shock everybody in a close vicinity. This is how we are. But to be able to use that whenever you feel like is an art when you're working from the physical plane. Now we know how to travel out into the outer reaches of the universe, step into the world of our Creator, into the world beyond all worlds, take on a space where there's no space and time. Now we know how to do all this. We don't have to have that special skill of applying it in the physical plane. You simply step out. You know that you're still present in the physical plane because you can see yourself. You can feel yourself. You can transfer from inner to outer when you're in the physical plane. When you're in the outer reaches of the universe or in the world of your Creator, it exists everywhere. So nothing has to be moved. So you don't need any skill. It's already there. So you just switch on your power, and all of a sudden, you have physical capabilities that you didn't realize. You're able to surpass limitations that were set by somebody, maybe yourself, simply because you're standing in the world of your Creator. You're feeling the presence, and you can open up and include your twin, Simeon, the masters, and you can feel your strength building. The nature of transmission changes, and your physical world comes in line with the unwritten laws that you create in the universe. Those ones that say everything's perfect, I've got this, look at me. I high-five my Creator. I join with all the beings in the universe. I fly in spaceships, and I appear wherever I need to appear, as whatever I need to appear as. Support, a feeling, a thought, a memory, all sustained by a special energy that you deliver. And as we get used to skipping backwards and forwards, we find the simplicity of how everything is automatic if you allow it. If you stop for a moment, what you considered was a problem can actually turn into something really nice. If you step forward and react, you're reacting to your own movement. If you simply continue forward or continue back, whichever way you're going, and go through what looks like an obstacle, feel the shimmer, feel it like a hidden door. Just lean on it and walk through. Then your whole world changes. There is no restriction anymore. And the best way to do that is to do it from the outer reaches of the universe, where you don't need any pressure to allow you to walk through into another dimension. You simply go there and you go to another one. You go to another time, another space, and you start to have a bit of fun. You may be doing the washing up while you're doing this, or you may be putting out the garbage. In those moments that stretch into lifetimes, you lose a few seconds out of the day. But your energy field spreads further and builds more, so that you are capable of what your expectations put upon you in the physical world. You increase your capability simply by doing it, without analysing and without thinking. The brilliance of having no sequence in the events in your life cannot be expressed enough. It's only through sequence that you can relate to action and reaction, to formulas that don't mean anything anymore, to little statements, if this, then that you've been taught or you've taught yourself over the years. The mind needs to be lazy, and that sounds outrageous. It needs to be sharp. It needs to be in automatic, with the manual disconnected. Then your eyes light up. All your automatic systems come into line, and you set your need for power at whatever you feel like. Your need for reliability depends on your capability to drive your body and to drive yourself in the outer reaches of the universe. So if you're labouring at all, just change gears, put your foot on the accelerator and watch yourself lift. Jump in your spaceship, go for a spin around the universe, put on your galactic self, put on your uniform, and go and appear somewhere important, where you make a difference. turn to your crew and say, let's go. Check everything and take off to the unknown or to the known. And you'll find your experience is not to experience something, but the experience you feel is new. Absolutely new. So you change the format of your energy if you wish. You change what you're delivering into the world. You make life more pleasant. And you do that by giving yourself plenty to do in the outer reaches of the universe, in the world of your Creator, in formatting your future, in appreciating what you've got in front of you, and then changing it to make it better again. As you look from afar, you can see all the aspects of yourself, like many jewels with many facets, floating in midair, and a light going through all them, focusing in one point at your physical being, sparkling and showing that there are many, many aspects that come together to form the hologram of your personality. And that personality is not delivered lightly. It has everything. From the physical plane, you can block many of those flows, many of those aspects. From the world of your Creator, it's all present. And it appears in the physical plane. So it's very simple to always be in the world of your Creator, where you belong. Go beyond there to a world beyond all worlds. You're still in the world of your Creator, in the home that belongs to you. Out in your spaceship, visiting Antaria, the mothership. You're still in the world of your Creator. Able to look down on the physical world, or even to look up at the physical world. Whether you're large or small, your power is unchanged. From the microscopic to the magnified version, each aspect delivers enormous power, depending on what you allow. So from the physical plane, simply say, oh hell, I'll have it all. Time disappears. History disappears. And you have an enormous gift of solidarity, security, well-being that you delivered to yourself. Once you feel that, you can start to work from the physical plane just as you do from the outer reaches of the universe, because it's all open. You can open your heart and feel the energies flow. You can use your hands and bring towards you a flow that goes everywhere. And you can spread it around and develop habits that are attached to the unknown, to your divine self, to your creator. And you want to call in the angels, you just call them in. And they're there. And you develop habits that you don't realize that are actually magic. And they produce miracles that you wouldn't believe either. As you bring the angelic realm into your world, you'll feel a dimension that we have not said much about. It's a dimension that exists in the physical world. That dimension is where you connect with the angelic realm in physical form, simply by shifting yourself to one side, bringing this angelic realm in and aligning it. And you feel it go through you. And you can then speak and live in a dimension that includes the angelic realm every day of your life without any effort at all. So experiment, play with what I've spoken about, and do more. And remember, you're always welcome in the world of your Creator. And you always have acceptance and a feeling of the presence of His honourable self, just as He feels you. So love one another as you've never loved before, and develop a future that astounds everyone, particularly yourself. And with that, send your field out to gather everything that's necessary to deliver to everyone a perfect life, perfect health, and a magic future. Thank you all for listening. I am Robert.